Welcome to B2B Life with Jeff Brummer. This is your chance to listen in on conversations with successful entrepreneurs and business owners on their journey to success. Every story is different, but after consulting thousands of businesses over the last 20 years managing their business payments, Jeff has seen what works and what doesn't. From inspiration to tactics to a good laugh, helping leaders build more fulfilling businesses and lives is what B2B Life is all about.
My name is Jeff Brummer, and I've helped over 2,600 business owners and C-level clients over the last 20 years in professional services, all things money management and personal goals. In doing so, I like to bring in experts into the B2B services to help my clients leverage what I consider the best in their industry, in their service. I'm here today with Charlie Kouba at Bank of Idaho. Charlie's worked with mutual clients of ours for over 5 years and giving them some amazing service and products. Since here at Capital One, we don't offer lending or deposits in the states that I cover, he excels in getting them a great banking relationship for those services. Charlie, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on. We're excited.
Yeah. So, Charlie, will you tell us first off just a little? I like people to know a little bit about who they are personally. I think we all kind of mesh when we know a little bit about a personal background. Just give us a background of who you are, what you like to do, how's your life?
Yeah, so life is good. I'm a 51-year-old guy that's been in banking for about 30 years, and I'm based in the Treasure Valley. So I'm a commercial lending or commercial banking manager for Bank of Idaho over the Treasure Valley region. So personally, love dirt bike riding, e-bike riding, anything with a motor and tires. I love. Occasionally we do hike, but most of the time it's camping or paddleboarding or something like that. But been here pretty much all my life. I was born in Saigon, Vietnam, came over to the US when I was about 2.5, and been in Boise ever since. Went to BSU and started with the bank, went through the officer training program, and banking is my number one priority. I absolutely love it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love the outdoorsy and your true Idaho blood, which is sometimes hard to find now. And mountain biking, we definitely got to get out. I know we've talked about it on your e-bikes. You're kind of teaching me all things e-bike versus manually powered. So what makes you? What's your background professionally? You talked about a little bit of your history on banking. Like, how did you start? Why did you get into it?
When I was younger, I wanted to own my own detail shop. I wanted to go to college, get my degree, and open up a detail shop. That's what I did as a young boy, and I loved it. But went to BSU and decided that finance was one of my strong points. I wanted a vehicle to be able to service, to serve people and to provide a product that makes a big difference in their life. And so banking worked out. I started as a teller with West One Bank way back in the day. I think I was making $5.85 an hour. So I was a roller, and went through the training program, and I worked up at West One Bank up in McCall as a commercial lender. Did a lot of construction loans and lines of credit and smaller consumer loans up there. That was my first assignment, but stuck with it. We do a lot of SBA lending. We do a lot of commercial real estate, multifamily, lines of credit, everything else. But getting into finance was the best decision that I've made. It's so impactful when you see somebody at a grocery store and they come up and say, "I don't know if you remember me, you loaned me $150,000 back in 1992 to start my business, and here's how you got the loan approved." Those are good times. Getting with the right bank and the right management and the philosophy and culture is so important. A lot of people work for big banks and feel like they don't have the flexibility. And here at Bank of Idaho, we can almost custom tailor loans. Deposits. We have a good offering of deposits as well. But when somebody comes in and says, "Here's what I want to accomplish. What's the easiest way to get there?" That's where our bank really, really excels. And that's why I was so attracted to Bank of Idaho. Started here in 2019. Prior to that, I was with Idaho Independent Bank for 20 years in the same area, which is basically coal and overland area. So right here in the Treasure Valley. So That's kind of a brief background. We're not siloed into, hey, loans below $1 million go to so-and-so, above $1 million go in so-and-so in a different region. With our bank, you can do a $15 million multifamily loan, or you can do a $50,000 line of credit for, your customer that owns a sheetrocking company, or if they want to buy a backhoe or a trailer or an automobile. One person does it. And so I've had a lot of my customers for over 25 years. And you have a little bit of a following, and your customers get to know you really well, instead of referring customers to another lender in a different region. And it's just easier. There's so much to be said for a bank that has their finger on the pulse and they understand the market. There's a difference between the north end of Boise and in Kuna, and there's a difference between Fruitland and Meridian. Or there's so many different pockets within the same area. A lot of people come in from out of state and are like, "Oh man, this is the greatest state in the world," and it is. But having a lender that knows the differences between different markets within the area is really important. It's that local street knowledge. It's like when you get a good realtor that knows the market, they can tell you the difference. Why is a lot in New Plymouth so much cheaper than it is in downtown Meridian? They're not too far away. Seems like I'm getting a way better value over here. But that connection you have with someone that has that local street knowledge that's what's really important. That's what drives me.
Yeah, and I think I love all the things you say. I think the two things that I've seen with some clients that we've worked with is you've really got because you've been around so a while in banking, you've seen kind of the ups and downs of the market, the 2008. You're been in it for a while, and you've got a little bit of your own side business where you can basically show some empathy and work with clients, knowing how it is to be a business owner. So that's pretty awesome.
Oh, for sure. I own a couple different companies outside of the bank, of course, and I've had them for years. But when people come into our bank and say, here's what I'm struggling with, can you help me? Our bank is not going to be, the best fit for everybody, for every single product. I think the challenge, in that gray area for bankers is we want to sell the customer as many products as we can. Absolutely. But the products need to make sense. If it's not a good fit, and it seems like brain damage, it's okay. Maybe we get a deposit, maybe we get a loan. But if there's a credit card that, somebody needs a $300,000 limit, they want to get cash back, whatever, we have outlets. We want to have referral partners that say, for this particular deal, I'd like to put you in touch with this person, with your permission, and help their business grow. You're still going to retain that customer because, we believe in honesty. What we really pride ourselves in is if a customer comes in and they give us a needs list of, hey, here's what I want to accomplish, it's okay for us to say, hey, we've got great programs, loans, deposits, sweep accounts, everything else. But if there's something that we don't offer, or we know there's a product that's going to suit that customer way better, I have no problem in recommending someone else to take a look at it or issue a proposal, because the last thing I want is the customer to leave and say, man, there was a deal that was down the street that was so much better. You had to have known this. I would rather just be completely honest and say, here's what we're really, really good at. And we like to stay in that lane. But if we can connect some of our customers to people that have an absolute hot rod product that suits their needs, that's okay. We've always been the bank that it is about people. And a lot of banks talk about relationship banking, and it's kind of like just a tag on, line that they use. But when we know that there's something that would have our customers benefit from a product that we don't offer, that's okay. We're going to retain the customer in most cases, and they appreciate, the honesty, and that's what we kind of pride ourselves in.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good. Thanks for hopping on. We've got I think we'll continue obviously to work together. Look forward to all the future interactions. Where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you, want to interact?
Yeah, so I'm on LinkedIn, of course. My physical branch is on Overland. We're just in front of D&B Supply. There's a bargain grocery outlet right in the same parking lot over at the Overland Center. It's Cole and Overland is the major cross street. But I'm over the Treasure Valley, so I'm out at Fairview and 5 Mile. We have a location there. We have one at 12th Avenue in Nampa, and then also downtown Boise on 9th and Main. We have another office down there, but cell phone's the best way to ever get a hold of me. If anybody wants to email me or get me on the cell, I'm always available Saturdays, Sundays if I'm not riding dirt bikes or whatever. It's amazing the amount of business that you do just on the weekends, and having our customers really appreciate, being able to get a hold of somebody and to get a pre-approval letter for a real estate transaction on, a Sunday afternoon. That's what we're really, really good at. So
good. No banker's hours, pure banker's hours for you, it sounds like.
That was a rumor. I got into banking thinking we were going to have hours like that, but it doesn't work that way.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks for hopping on today, and have a great day. Thanks, Charlie.
Hey, thanks for everything. See you, bye.